Hi, everybody. Holy cow. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Molly. Wow.
Hello.
I guess they decided I couldn't do the show by myself anymore, huh? Boy, what a show we have today. And we have a very special guest coming up here with us here in just a second before our featured guest. This is something that wasn't advertised, except something you guys might remember. We've got the president of the Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources Utah, Montana with us today. And hi, Sarah.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Doing pretty good. That's a heck of a backdrop you got there. Where are you?
Bear Lake.
Okay. And where's that at?
I'm actually in Idaho. It's on the border of Utah and Idaho, northern Utah.
That's right. You were in Idaho, but not doing rescue work this time, were you?
No, doing repairs.
Doing repairs to your mom's house, to your mom's. So, yeah, and you're on your way back home, but yet you still took time out to be with us.
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
I really appreciate that. How much time do you have? Because we're going to bring Peanut up real quick. Remember Peanut?
Oh, yes. Perfect. I'm glad. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got about a half hour, if that's okay.
Okay. Well, that's just perfect because we've also got Katie down there with Phoenix.
Oh, good. I'm excited to see him.
So, but first, we've got an announcement to make. A couple of them, I think, maybe. The GPRS calendar contest has an official winner.
Ah.
And that dog was Lillie Mae, wasn't it, Sydney?
Yep.
Lillie Mae. Congratulations to Lillie Mae. She's the GPRS Top Dog Calendar.
Yes.
winner.
And I actually got to meet her in person, Lillie Mae, when I picked up Angel Marie from transport to foster. And Lillie Mae is a very pretty pocket peer. She's very pretty, very sweet.
Little pocket peer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So for those of you out there that don't understand what a pocket peer is, that would be a Great Pyrenees. Great, the name. That's under 75 pounds. That's what the rescues call a pocket peer. I guess you can put them in your back pocket and take them everywhere you go. All right.
It's just a big dog joke, really.
Yeah, that's right. And see, to us, they're teeny weeny little dogs, right, Sarah? But to somebody else, that may not have the same meaning. Right?
Correct.
Wow. All right. Hi, Debbie. So, hi, Marnie. Wow. Interesting. Cool. So, all right. Well, without further, is that it for the announcements?
That's all I got.
Okay. So no more adoptions that we've been bragging about that's been on the show recently or anything like that. Okay. So let's talk about the show real quick and then we'll get in, because if I don't get Peanut up here pretty soon, Sydney's going to kill me. All right. So Levi's down there and Zach will be here in a little while. He actually, Zach's on the board of a rescue in Utah that is now taking in dogs that he had an adoption he had to go take care of. And he's hoping to get back for the second half of the show. Levi's down there. He's our behaviorist nutritionist and up there in Alaska. And we got to get him up. Just say hi, okay? Hi, Levi.
Hi.
All right. So, and that's Sarah up there. I don't know if you ever met Sarah, but she's the president of the GPRRUM in Utah. So,
Hi,
and
Levi.
then there's Molly.
Hello.
Molly is a volunteer and a foster for Great Pyrenees Rescue Society. And there's Sydney, same thing. She does they all do behind the scenes work. Melanie is also a volunteer and foster for GPRS, and she's the show's producer. So there we go. And Levi, can't forget Levi. Levi's Levi. He is he's a co-founder of the New Hope Behavior Consultants for the Guardians. Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, I don't want to die, so we got to get Peanut up here, okay? And Melanie, bless her heart, she made Peanut a new video that is very, very fitting. All right. I love this video. Wow. Whoops, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Sorry about that. Anyway.
You've got me out of here
good.
crying.
Yeah, I do, don't I? Okay, that didn't work out. So we're going to try to fix that. I thought that's what I get for thinking, right? Hi, Amber. While we're trying to figure this out, it won't let me change it.
Let me try.
Yeah, you try. There you go. I couldn't change it. Hi, Amber. And there's Mr. Peanut, Sydney's favorite dog.
I love him so much.
He's a pretty sweet boy, right? Are you a good boy? Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Do I see a dog bigger than Peanut, or is that camera angle?
Callie's just closer. She's only about 95 pounds. Peanut's
And how
140.
And how much does Peanut weigh now?
140. We've tried to get him lower. He's just big boned. We're not going to judge him for it.
Okay, we won't judge him for his weight. All right.
We hike all the time. We walk every day, minimum of 2 miles. We usually have a second walk when the weather's, St. George, depending. He's just built the way he is, right, buddy? Yeah.
Wow. Do you have any questions, Sydney?
Do you feel like he's settled in even more since you made the official decision? Like what differences have you seen since that point?
Since we have, officially adopted Peanut, our routines have kind of stayed the same. Luckily, my husband works from home, so he and Peanut hang out all day, and he knows that somebody's here. It doesn't mean he doesn't cry when I leave, but even if both of us leave now, it's no longer this frantic panic. He'll just sadly paw at the door and whimper. He's still sad, but he no longer seems like he's completely panicking. So.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a pretty big deal to me.
Yeah, well, he had a traumatic event in his life. He spent his life with the same family, and then through divorce, he lost them. That wasn't his fault.
He's always been used to, from the story we heard, he's also very vocal. I am convinced he has Malamute or Husky mixed in.
Well, you can look at him and probably be pretty certain of that.
And the undercoat fur. So, it is definitely different. Girl. But he was a dog who was always used to having someone home alone. So how he ended up with us was I saw a post about him on Facebook that the local rescue had this dog who just wouldn't eat, just cried and howled all the time, just was not doing well in a kennel, which, who would, but just was not doing well. So I volunteered to go get him, informed my husband that he'd be a stay-at-home dog dad permanently. And we try to provide a space for him that was more home-like instead of being stuck at the shelter.
So I guess my question is, what took you so long to make the decision to adopt him?
Because I had 2 already.
I get it.
Yeah, this one's the bully, this one's in charge, and this one just laughs at everything. If dogs could laugh, Peanut's like, all right. Right?
Wow. And isn't he the hit everywhere he goes? He gets to go to farmers markets. He gets to go everywhere, doesn't he?
I didn't bring him to the farmers market. We didn't bring him this past Saturday because it was muddy down here. Weird. The desert got rain and everything was just mud. And so I messaged my husband. He's like, maybe we'll skip this week. Peanut cried the whole time, and I had a bunch of people ask me, where's our dog? He didn't skip this week, so yeah. That's his favorite day of the week is Saturday when he goes to the farmer's market and pets him. And
wow.
Yeah,
Ain't that amazing?
That's the thing. When you have a dog with a fan club, you got to deliver.
You do.
Teams,
you do. And you might be giving Katie some ideas here too with Phoenix. Farmers market every weekend. Interesting. All right. Wow. Hey, Sarah, since he used to be your dog, do you have any questions or comments for Amber?
We're just so grateful that she adopted him. Oh, I'm sorry. Now my dog wants to talk. But no, right from the start, we would tell each other, we hope he doesn't move. We hope he doesn't go anywhere, because we knew.
Yeah.
Amber's wonderful. Her husband's wonderful.
And
Peanut's
what did I
really
say
lucky.
privately? What did I say?
You said
privately
it
for a
too,
while?
yeah.
I said I don't think it's a good idea to move that dog.
Yep. Exactly.
It's so hard to find him the perfect home, and I'm like, I guess he's here. You live here. Like, why?
But he's
Yeah.
so happy now, and he's so loved, and we're so appreciative of that. So
And the decision was mutual, Peanut's part and Amber and Tony's part. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
a mutual decision. So, and where is Tony right now? We see you, we don't see Tony.
See, I'm more sociable. He's
Gotcha.
over there.
So he's the introvert of the family.
Yes.
All right. Okay, but he can hear me, right? Hi, Tony. All right, thank you. The relay works just fine. So, so do you have anything to say to anybody that says I can't afford to foster a new dog, or I don't want to foster a dog because I'm afraid I'm going to keep them?
See,
Is
that's
that okay?
what people say, but I honestly went into it going, I see this dog who needs our help, who was just, not far away, probably 25 minutes away from us. So I think you can fall in love with all the dogs. And if we had found that perfect home for Peanut, if we had found someone who stayed at home, understands that he needs to be with his people all the time, if we had found that right fit, I would have happily, I would have hoped he would be local. I won't lie, because I would have loved to check in on him. But I would have given him to that new home. I don't think it's about not falling in love with the dog, because I think that's bound to happen. If you are a dog lover, I love a dog I meet in 2 seconds. Like, if someone said, I can't have this dog, here you go, I'd be like, all right, well, I guess I'm taking this dog home. Like, I think us as dog lovers, we just want to help them all. So I think that's bound to happen. Just knowing that you're doing something good, helping out another living creature. I think it's worth it. As for the cost, we didn't pay for food, medical bills, anything when we first got him. The rescue took.
You were fostering him, right?
When we were fostering him, yes. So when we were fostering him, we had some initial vet visits and the food, of course. And so the only thing that we provided was a stable home and patience and love.
Yeah. Always remember, the rescues have way more people that tell them about dogs in need than they do saying, I want to foster with you. That proportion is way out of balance. All right. So, but
and we do, Steve. Can I say something? As far as you were mentioning about how she didn't have to pay for anything, and we do. We support our fosters 100%. We will cover all costs, even fuel if needed, to get back and forth from the vet. And then, even after a dog's adopted, if something major comes up with medical, and it's going to be a burden to the family, we will step right in. We just care about our dogs. We don't care who's adopted them or if they're still with us. We're going to take care of them.
Right. And one of the things I've noticed with the Utah Rescue and GPRS, Mountain Mamas, similar, is they know how to treat their people. They treat humans good too. All right. So, and some rescues have a problem with that because of the stress level that you live in naturally. So, and that's not fun. That's why I don't do rescue. We do our part in a different way. All right. Or at least I do my part in a different way. And Levi, I can speak for Levi, even though he fell behind the counter. I think he'll be all right in a little while. Well, once emergency services get there, he'll be fine. Anyway, there he is. See, I told you.
No, the emergency services arrived.
All right. So, without further ado, by the way, Amber, can you hang out? Can you hang out for the rest of the show and listen to Phoenix's story?
We'll be here.
All right. Now, speaking of Phoenix, we got a very special foster lady that is, wait a minute. Before I do that, let me read our private comments. Oh, good. It's just from Melanie. It can't mean it. Oh, you're going to hop off for a few minutes. Okay, bye, Melanie.
Well, not quite yet, but a few minutes early.
Oh, not yet. Okay. And Sarah's got to get on the road. So, all right, Sarah, thank you for coming, and I'll let you get on the road, and I'll take you down. How's that?
Well, wait for Phoenix. I can hang out for that.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. Good idea.
Okay.
Good idea. Because then after Phoenix, or maybe entwined with Phoenix, Levi and hopefully Zach can make it, but adoptions come first. That's what this is all about. So without anything further, let's bring up Katie. And Katie, she has an interesting name to her place. It's called Norris Ark, not Noah's Ark. Why is that?
So we live in the town of Norris, Montana.
That
And that
cleared
is
that
where
up.
rescue. Yep. And yeah, so when we decided to start the rescue on this property, I was trying to come up with a name and sitting there with the sign, and the name Norris Ark just came into my head, and I knew that that was a signal from my creator that I needed to follow this path, and that's what we were going to call this place. So that's what we
Cool.
did. It's
I
Norris
like
Ark.
that. And now you got a special boy there. I can.
Thank you.
I'm going to fill people in what I know about Phoenix, just briefly, okay? And Marnie says you guys amaze me. All I can say is thank you for all you do.
No.
Okay.
I want to send a quick shout out to Sarah. Thank you for all the support that Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources provides for us as fosters. We could not ask for more support than what you give. You guys are so amazing. I love you.
Well, we feel the same about you. It's hard to find a good foster, and you have done amazing things with Phoenix. I'm so impressed.
All right. So
He's led this dance, not me.
let's back up about 10 weeks, maybe 12 weeks. Phoenix, we got a booking about a dog with behavior issues, and his name wasn't Phoenix at the time, and Rebecca says she loves you too, Katie. All right, so wow, and what had happened is the dog had just come out of a board and train with a very popular Utah board and train, and he came out eating everybody. Our own Zach got bitten by this dog. And that was holy crap. So then I broke all the rules that New Hope behavior consultant has. And I asked Rebecca, can you take this dog and maybe we can get this dog to Katie in Montana? And then when Katie started asking questions, that's when the cat was out of the bag. Rebecca told me, Katie's asking about him. This is good. Katie's asking about him. So now that was then. This dog was biting people. This dog had no trust in humans whatsoever because of the methods that was used at this board and train. And just so everybody knows, this is that I know of, this is the 10th livestock guardian breed that came out of that particular board and train with major issues. Sarah will remember one of the Akbash named Mika. That was her adoptive name. That wasn't her name in rescue. I can't remember her name in rescue, but you remember Mika, don't you? Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
And if I remember right, Erica fostered her through 2 surgeries, didn't she?
Yeah. Well, yeah. At once.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so now that was Nike. Yes, Nike was her name. Yeah, I couldn't remember. But now back to the future here. Now we've got Katie with a very mellow dog taking up the entire chair, probably with front paws on the ground. And just looking so relaxed and looks like he feels safe.
Yep.
But there's more to that story. Wasn't he in the 4th of July parade? Your local 4th of July parade and a big hit there? So I guess I got a question. Not too long before that, he was not trusting anybody to going to all of these people around him and being good. How did you do that?
Well, we gave him structure. We also gave him time so that he could breathe and think. We gave him a secure place where he didn't have to worry about anybody coming and taking his food or his resources. He just didn't have to stress about that. When they don't have to stress about that anymore, they stop worrying about it. and they find security. I have a very strict regiment as to when I get out here, when I do my chores, like the activities that we're going to do for the day. But I also maintain some flexibility in that so that it's not the same thing all the time. But they do know when I'm going to be here and that they can count on me to be here. And they just don't have to worry for anything. He didn't have to compete for attention or anything like that, or like other dog houses. He didn't have a lot of other dogs he needed to deal with, but he also wasn't alone. That's important. Sometimes these guys absolutely fall apart if they're the only dog in the rehab. And so we gave him companionship, and he has shown us that he absolutely enjoys playing with other dogs. This dog loves water more than any Pyrenees I've ever met. He loves water the way a lab loves water, to be honest. It's hard to keep him out of it. One of the highlights for his day is when we go and fill up his kiddie pool and refresh his water, and he's lying on my feet now. So he will turn turtle in a second, and I will have to rub his belly, but you can't see that. Yeah, see, there he goes. So, yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow.
And it's
So
just,
basically,
it's
you
giving him
let
the time and the structure to breathe. Yeah.
so you let him be a dog with
Yeah.
no expectation in the beginning.
None. Well, I had the expectation that he wouldn't bite me. I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
think
he
that.
doesn't eat
Yeah.
you because
Yep.
he had a bite history when he came up to
Yep.
you.
Yep. Yep.
But now we're pretty confident that he's just a Great Pyrenees now that doesn't want to bite. He wants to intimidate.
Yeah.
Wow, ain't that
Absolutely.
something?
Yeah.
Now he's available
good
for
with
adoption
cats.
too.
Yep, he's good with cats, and he's good with other dogs for the most part. He has shown a little tiny bit of selectiveness in certain circumstances. That does seem like it's a little bit of residual resource guarding type of behavior. But we're working through that, and I have full confidence that he's going to get past that and just be the rock star that he's destined to be.
Yeah, I
He's a
think
really
he
awesome
will
dog.
too.
I'm so glad
I
we saved him. He's a good dog.
Yeah. Yes. Wow, and that is something. And Zach said that even after being bit, the first thing Zach said was that was my fault. But the thing of it is that we learned a lot from that, and that's when also we asked the rescue to take him. Hey, the dog just bit Zach. Will you take him? But the key to this was he had no intention to do harm. He warned Zach. Zach invaded his space without consent, and Zach got a warning. All right, and that was the first thing Zach said. Levi, do you have any questions for Katie? She went across that pretty quickly.
No, that all sounds like a really positive environment for him to rehabilitate himself in. Like you're there to provide the safety and the structure, and he's there to just heal.
Yeah.
I've been following Katie for a while. Katie didn't even know it. I guess you could call it I was stalking her. I don't know, but I've been following Katie for a while, and she's does this with a lot of dogs, and not just dogs. She saves bison too.
Well, I mean, I think that's a fluke, Steve.
But it's there. It's happening.
So for those who haven't been following Norris Ark, I have been dealing with a very serious hoarding situation in Bozeman since February. I've known about it since October, but I started actually actively working on it and removing animals from the place back in February. And mostly it was dogs, mostly border collies, my least favorite breed to work with. They're just too fast for me. I like the calmer, more thoughtful livestock guardian breeds and the giant dogs. That's just my preference. But we got through them all, and we were doing one of the last little run-throughs and just making sure that we had gotten all the dogs out and there weren't any other animals that we need to be concerned with. And I turn around the corner, and there are 2 bison, a bull and a cow, standing in a very small pen, just hock deep in manure. And I found out they had been living in that for 5 years. It had never been cleaned. Their muscles are atrophied. At that point in time, they were skin and bones. So I told the owner, I said, I can't walk away from this. I can't turn a blind eye. This is not the kind of animals that I normally deal with, but I can't help you unless you allow me to help these bison. And she agreed. She signed them over to us. So there's legal complications with moving bison. And we have just gotten past one of the hurdles in the last couple of weeks where we've got their brucellosis testing and their health monitoring and everything, and their ID tags all up to date and everything that was supposed to be done, 7 years ago when they were calves. We got that all done, and they are ready to find a sanctuary, and we've got a list of people that are interested in them. We're waiting for some genetics, and but this bull is developing a relationship with me, and I never thought. I mean, it's just crazy, but he will eat out of my hand, and he gives me kisses, and he touches me with his nose, and I respect his space. I don't go in with him. There's a fence in between us. I don't try to touch him, but he absolutely is interacting with me. I feel like he's grateful for the work I've been doing. I'm trying not to project my own emotions onto him, but I do feel that from him. I think it's real. No, he's a remarkable animal.
Both of those bison have names now, don't they?
Yes, the bull is Handsome and the cow is Love. They've always had names. So
Handsome and Love. All right.
Yeah, Handsome and Love.
Now, which one did I see the picture of with you interacting? Was that Handsome?
Yeah, that's Handsome. That's Handsome the bull. Yeah.
That's amazing. If everybody watching the news here about a week or so ago, you see the bison throwing that guy straight up in the air, and you see, and I see images of Katie interacting with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, but there's a fence in between, myself and the bison and we also have a narrow escape alley that they couldn't physically fit through. So if they did get enraged, which does happen with them, it is no small thing. We never trust them. We never turn our backs on them, even as kind as they are. We just don't do that. These two are bottle babies, but still, they are wild animals, and we have to respect that. So we have a narrow escape chute that we can run down if they do get enraged and start to ram the fence.
Now, here's something I'm going to do here that you got to get used to being on the rescue show. Is Merlin alive?
This one's hot. This
one. Hops. Oh, okay. Hops. Hops is the one getting surgery, right? FHO surgery?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. All right. But he is alive, right?
Yes. He's snoring.
Okay. And there's Peanut. Wow. We just got it going on today, don't we?
No.
And there he is. Look at that. All she did was point to the chair, and Phoenix comes running.
Yeah. His recall is actually really good.
Wow.
And so is his mud puddle play, isn't it? You said that he was going to.
Yes.
You said he was going to be all muddy and everything. I don't see any mud whatsoever.
Well, I did hose him off a little bit, and his belly is pretty muddy.
Gotcha.
We got monsoon rain last night, and he is absolutely happy about that. I'm not.
Okay, everybody, I want you to meet Phoenix. He was deemed a dangerous dog. We were told he was a dangerous dog.
It's not a dangerous dog. He's a dog that requires respect, just like any animal.
I was going to ask Katie about how long did it take you to realize that he respected you as much as you respected him? Like you weren't afraid he was going to bite you?
I wasn't afraid he was going to bite me. I think it was probably after I fed him dinner for the first time. So I have a process when the dog comes in.
So typical boy, way to his heart, to his stomach.
Well, and I mean girls too. But I have a process when a dog comes in, especially if they're a dog that's experienced trauma like Phoenix had experienced. One of the things I noticed when Steve had sent me videos about Phoenix in his original home with his owners was that he was getting all the wrong feedback from his humans. And it was going to cause a miscommunication problem with him. I think that actually led to some of the bite and the other behaviors that we were dealing with, the growling behaviors. And so he was being encouraged, not on purpose, by his humans to actually growl at the children and actually act that way, just because of the woman's tone and how she was holding him back really tight with the leash and just activating that opposition reflex and just putting him in that constant protect and go mode. And so I knew we were going to have to back him off of that immediately. The first thing we did was changed his name, and I asked the team to not say the new name to him or tell the old owners what the new name was going to be, so that we could imprint the new name on him immediately as soon as he landed. So when I feed a dog for the first few times after they arrive, I talk to them the whole time they're eating, and I give them praise words. I say their name. I let them know that they're a good dog. All the things that we say naturally when a dog is behaving the way that we want them to behave. All the the word vomit that comes out of our mouth whenever we're talking. And humans do that. We just talk constantly to our animals, and they don't pay attention to most of it. So I want them to pay attention to those good words, like good dog, you're a good boy, what a good dog you are, Phoenix, that's such a good boy, and I'll really lay it on thick the whole time they're eating. And I took a video of this. I sent it to Steve. I don't know if you have it, of the one when we did it to Phoenix. So Steve had watched that and noticed that he was resource guarding his food bowl a little bit while I was doing that. I paid attention to that. And we made some adjustments based on that, so that the next few feedings, we could work on that. But that process, when we do that, we put them, because when the dogs and other animals too, when they go into a new environment, we've all heard the 3-3-3 rule. I believe that when they hit that new environment, we have a very brief pseudo imprinting period. It's not as strong as when they're babies, but it does occur where they're still in shock, but they're learning all the stuff that's around them, and they're absorbing the positive things and the things that are safe really easily and fast. They're also going to absorb the things that are dangerous really fast. So we have to be careful. That's why I wanted the new name right away and put him through the food imprinting and everything. And as soon as I did that, even by the next morning, when I came in to give him his breakfast and let him out, he was already more relaxed. He was already more willing to engage with me, and I wasn't getting growls from him anymore. So yeah, it was hours. It was literally hours. And I knew right away he was going to be easy. When he arrived in a crate with a muzzle on and a leash attached. And bless Cat and Brian for bringing him up.
He was everything but hog-tied, wasn't he?
Right. And we get him out of the crate, and the muzzle came off, and it was fine. He just walked into the building with me without any issues. He didn't give me any problems. He's a really good dog, and yeah, he's asleep in the corner right now.
Now, just out of curiosity, just your personal opinion, how much of his behavior do you think was obtained at the board and train?
I think it contributed. Yeah, I think it contributed, and I haven't seen enough of the videos of him while he was there to really be able to know, how much was there before he went to that, and how much.
Well, he went to the board and train at less than 4 months old.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
So why would somebody send a dog
that's a whole other
young?
issue. I mean, train your dog.
We don't.
Go to the training with your dog. Yeah, go to the training with your dog. It works much better, especially when they're a puppy.
That's
like
right.
That.
That's right.
But that's I digress.
And Levi's going to go into that here in a little bit.
It definitely had an influence on him. I think it escalated his fear response. Because when we would leash him and do those types of things, and I don't know if anybody's seen those videos coming from that particular trainer, but it's a lot of jerking on the leash, and it's a lot of intimidation, and the dogs and I've seen several dogs act this way with this particular training. We've had other dogs that, not through Steve, like St. Bernards and other dogs that have come from him, they're all the same. They all walk with this cowering fear, like what is going to happen to me next? Their eyes are up and wall-eyed. And they're ready to get out of there. They're ready to be done with this. It's not a cooperative, willing engagement with any of the dogs or the trainers down there. And that bothers me greatly. And it's one of the reasons why.
Here's what I saw out of the board train. I saw him lose trust in humans.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I think that did have an influence. And then with the second owner that he was with all of with the improper feedback, I think that was escalating, and I think that's probably what contributed to Zach getting bit. Is what he should have been able to push that boundary, in my opinion. but because of everything that Phoenix had gone through prior to that, it made that not a good boundary to push.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Levi, this is a lady after your heart, it seems like.
Yeah,
She sounds like a carbon copy of you almost.
I agree.
Yeah. Board and train. Are there,
Mhm,
we want to talk about the pluses and minuses of board and train. All
mhm.
right. And to be quite, first of all, I want you to relay to Amber what you said in here so everybody else can hear it about what you think his breed is and why you think that on Peanut.
Oh yeah. It's just that I was thinking that Peanut does very much resemble. We have a lot of Malamute Pyrenees mixes up here. It's like I think that he really does resemble the Malamute Pyrenees as opposed to say possibly a Pyrenees Husky because he's not as pointy. Um, but that's just my perspective.
That's our
Perfect.
best guess too, based on his fur quality. Like he has that undercoat that sheds no matter how much I brush him. He's got the big curly tail. Come on, you good boy. There he went.
But Great Pyrenees has all that too.
Yeah, but it's I mean I have another peer. She's sitting right over there, and it's the fur quality is different. Callie's has long hair. She's as far as we know, a peer. She looks like one. But Peanut has this extra like fluff underlayer, and his fur is short. It does not get long
Mm.
like big girls. And
Cool.
his vocalness, like he has some Great Pyrenees tendencies where he's like, I would like to loaf around and do nothing. But then he gets zoomies, and let me tell you, 140 pounds of zoomies is a lot. The first move that we did earlier today, because he bolts it. He does laps in the house. And I'm like, all right, I'm up. We're going for our walk. Like, let's go. He's kind of fancy. And he'll tell you about it too. And I mean, he'll tell you. He's like, I need to go for my walk. Otherwise, I'm bolting your couch. And like, he'll talk.
140 pound zoomies.
Yep.
Wow. Back to Phoenix, Levi. The board and trains. What do you agree with them or disagree with them?
I generally disagree with the concept of them just because the whole point of you training the dog is for you and the dog to bond and learn and communicate. And I think what's more is that, we have no guarantee of how they treat our animals when we're not watching. Because one person's concept of an overcorrection is different from the other person's concept. And then I think that it's as well that the dog learns to communicate and build consistency with the person who's training them. And then that person passes them off to you, and they're like, "Cool, here's $12,000, or that'll be $12,000." And also, your dog hasn't learned how to do this with you. And so I think many people can idealize them because it's the concept of like, "Oh, this professional is just going to do everything right and do it right by my dog without me having to screw it up." And then in actuality, what if they're the ones screwing it up?
Right. So one of the problems with board and train is, well, the parent's not there. And if you're not there, how do you know how they're handling your dog? And part two, they're handling your dog, not you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing because trainers struggle with livestock guardian breeds for the simple reason of what they do. If you bring a Great Pyrenees into your home and expecting them to obey your beck and command, I'm sorry, you've got the wrong breed. Okay? You can't make a Great Pyrenees do something. However, you can make a Great Pyrenees want to do something. Big difference, isn't there, Levi?
Oh, yeah. And one thing, like, especially, and this is just all personally, like, anecdotal, and that's all, but I used to live near a board and train back in Michigan, and they would tell you over the phone or to your face if you were taking the tour, they're like, "Oh, we use treats where we can, but just so you know, treats don't always work, so we have a training collar." But the amount of, because I worked in a different, pet facility that people would ask if we do board and train, and I'm like, "Oh, no, it's those guys there." We would have people come back from those guys over there and say, "My dog came back with burn marks all over his throat." Or my dog came out worse and aggressive, and now I'm super mad at them and I need to do right by my dog. What do you got? And so just personally, anecdotally, not to say all board and trains are out there doing that, but That was my personal experience with it.
Training collars, we can go into that briefly. Majority of the folks that watch this show understand that we do not support training collars, okay? And because a training collar takes away something. It takes away the reason why the dog is doing something you don't want them to do. Always remember, trainers are big on correction. A correction makes the assumption that the dog knows right from wrong. Okay, I studied neurobiology. Dogs don't know right from wrong. That's not what they're seeing. And also, one that gets me the most is that these trainers will tell you that training collar is a tap on the shoulder. Why don't you stick your fingers in a light socket and tell me if that felt like a tap on the shoulder? Okay. All right. And then you add the Great Pyrenees or the livestock guardian breed into the equation. Think about it. The Great Pyrenees got extra fur around their neck. The Akbas, their neck is bigger than their head. Why? It protects them from the kill shot of the predator. That's why it's there. So now we got the most protected part of the dog's body. And where do those collars go? Right on their neck. So instead of being tapped on the shoulder, is there a possibility that the Great Pyrenees or the livestock guardian breeds, the thought that goes through their head is something is attacking me and I can't see it? Think about that for a second, because if that's what they're thinking, they're going to look around to see who's attacking them. Whoever's closest might be in deep doo-doo. Okay? Or you're going to force them to submit, and that's not going to hold. They're not bred to submit. They're bred to stand their ground. And, okay, I've been waiting for this shot for all morning here. There's the white one.
Yep.
I can't remember that dog's name.
This is Callie.
Who?
Callie.
Callie. Is Callie a candidate for the big butt contest?
Peanuts definitely got her beat on the big butt.
Wow. Good candidate for the laziest peer, most laid back peer I've ever seen.
I think like any dog, if you body handle all your pets right in the beginning, they'll let you do what you need to do.
Holy crap. Hey, Katie, just out of curiosity, can you do that with Phoenix?
I can, to a point. I let him turn turtle, though. We're not ready for me to manipulate him in that way. Well, he'll get there.
Besides that, that's not part of your job.
That's a lot of trust that dog just showed. So
no kidding.
Lucy's like that. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Peanut's capable of being like that, but you're not his mom. You're not his adopter. We got to wait till he goes to a home to see if he's capable of that. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Now, but I really, really had to get the big white fluffy dog in there with Peanut. And look at this. Wow. 140 pounds of pure love right there.
Yeah. The other one that Levi was talking about, like, you don't know what's happening at a boarding facility. I think of it this way too, like, and it made me think of one of the things that Katie said, like, while the dog is eating in the beginning, you talk with them, say nice things, which is what parents do with their infants and their little kids, and they're learning how to eat solid foods or different kinds of foods too. Like, you tell them what a good job they're doing and those kinds of things. And that is part of what helps to create that bond with dogs too. But at the board and train, as the pet parent, I am their protector. I am their advocate. And if I am removed from the situation, who is going to advocate for the safety of my dog? And I have no idea what's happening. And, right. I would never be separate from my dog that way, because I'm an optimist, but I'm not going to trust him with my baby. It's not the same as just dropping him off at daycare. Like, you are handing over all the reins to someone at a board and train. And, just as a pet parent, I'm not going to let that happen.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but GPRS also discourages board and trains, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. and there's a good reason for that, because now Levi's going to talk about the positive side of board and train. This might be a quick one.
Yeah. I mean, like unfortunately, the only positives can more pertain to the humans who are like washed their hands of it. Like, I didn't have the time anyway. I had the money. I've been thinking about this before I even got the dog. And so I guess if nothing else.
Okay, how about I shred that one? And if you want to wash your hands of working with your dog, don't get the dog.
Right. At that point, why did you get a dog?
Yeah.
And if we were to remain optimistic and say, like, let's pretend there is the board and train out there that is perfect and does handle your dog like you would handle your dog.
Right.
Like, so sure, I guess if nothing else, they're getting maybe a trained professional's consistency, maybe, but that's not a guarantee either.
Now, where are you at, Levi? It says Alaska. Now, where in Alaska are you?
Yeah, I'm in Fairbanks. I'm in the interior.
Okay. Now, tell me about Alaska. You're kind of started out being the only no fear, no intimidation trainer out there, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's I think a big part of just the general vicinity here is that everything is really behind the lower 48. Everybody's kind of still stuck in like some older ways, or just the trends hit here way later. And so like a lot of folks here are either shock jocks or the concept of a balanced trainer for those who are professionals up here. I don't think there's a ton of, not that it holds a ton of weight anymore, but there's not a ton of CPDT trainers up here. Most people are going to just say, oh, I've been in 4-H since I was 9, so I've been training dogs since I was 9. I trained my own service stuff. And that is the majority of it.
Yeah. But now, what your methods are starting to be exposed now, aren't they?
Yeah, so in a, like, for the most like, in the best of ways, is that, it's starting to spread around, and I'm getting people that approach me about how to handle their dog, or going like, oh, there's one person that you're working with told me to come and talk to you. I heard you're working with this guy. It's a really small town. And so word travels fast and reputation travels faster. So, in a good way at this time, I'm hopefully gaining more traction and more ability to spread awareness.
There you go. So you've got a lot of snow up there too. You don't have to answer because your dogs are barking. By the way, Levi, always remember this show is run by the dogs. It's about the dogs, for the dogs. You might hear a dog barking. It's okay.
Right.
All right. Do you have anything to add about Phoenix's situation? That this is a remarkable, different dog. I mean, this is remarkable what Katie has done. Was it surprising? No, not to me. But I would have never asked her to go up there. I would have never asked a rescue to involve themselves in this liability if I didn't have a good idea that that's not that dog's personality. Levi's having Starlink issues. Come on, Elon, fix your Starlink.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think it's really phenomenal the work that Katie has been able to do with Phoenix here, especially being able to, as an educated professional, come into this knowing that, above all, his consent is key. And that perhaps here, especially in the board and train, that he was removed of that consent, and showing him that he can have it back. He's always allowed to say no thank you, and that you, another human, are, like, by all means willing to respect that and offer it to him.
Yeah.
And I unfortunately have seen, in not all cases, but many cases, where dogs come back, especially for the worst, from a board and train. And that's especially where, where we've all been doing this, we go, well, duh, of course that happened, but that doesn't matter. Like, now you've got a damaged dog to work with now. Like, it's all said and done. Do what you can do now.
There you go, Sydney.
Be still my heart.
And wow, Utah is not that far away from Oregon. You know that, and she's in southern Utah too. So
Yeah,
but
right
anyway.
on the border of Arizona, so not too much hiking right now. If we do, we have north.
And Steve, Sarah has to head out, so.
Oh, okay, Sarah. Thank you for joining us, and wow, and sorry about that. This has been an interesting show, hasn't it? All right. Anyway, drive safe, Sarah. Bye. All right, Sarah with the Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana. What did I do here? Okay. Melanie's not around, so I had to do this myself now. And now I got to figure it out. I want to go back to Katie. There she is. Now, Katie, I saw some pictures of a car eating driveway that you have.
Yeah, our water main to our building has been leaking for a very long time. And so we are in the midst of repairing that. So it's been fun at the rescue the last couple of weeks. So
now, if somebody wanted to donate to help repair that, where would they go? NorrisArk.org?
Yes, there are donation portals at the website norrisark.org or our Venmo, which if anybody needs a link, I can send that. And also,
well, actually, we're actually gonna put a link into the comments. How's that?
Yeah, and I can send you my QR code for the Venmo that you can post.
Well, I think we can figure something out here.
Yeah.
Let me get this in here real quick. Since Melanie is not our producer right now, Melanie had to go too. Our biggest show of the year, and everybody not showing up or leaving early. That's okay though. We got it handled, don't we?
Katie, do you have a Facebook page?
Yes. So it's Norris Ark.
Okay.
So it's got that Norris Ark Rescue 501c3, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
Yeah, Norris Ark Rescue 501c3.
Yeah.
So
I just put your link to your main website into the comments, and there's a link to your Facebook page on your main website.
Yes, there is. Yep. There absolutely is.
Wow. Okay. So early on, before you actually took Phoenix, you were asking quite a few questions, and
I like to know what I'm getting into.
Right. And apparently the answers you were hearing were acceptable, weren't they? Perfect. And nobody let you down on those answers, did they?
No, you guys
Perfect.
are always so great. I get
always remember, anytime you want to surrender your dog or you want help with your dog, always be very honest and very transparent. Don't hide anything, because you don't want to set your dog up.
You might as well.
Yeah, you don't want to set the dog up to fail. Yeah. Trainers and Katie and myself and Levi and Zach and whoever else, and Roman, if we know what's going on, we can help. If you hide what's going on, we can't.
Right.
So, boy, that chair looks empty.
Well, he's over there by the door of the room catching flies right now.
Okay.
So it's an important job.
I think him and Pickles were separated at birth then. My Akbash catches flies. Where's that little honorary Great Pyrenees that was on early on?
On the couch straight across from me. Mikey.
It's a cat. Melanie has
Her name is not Mikey, but thank you for coming.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh boy. He comes when you ask him to.
He just wants attention. He just really
most Great Pyrenees, when you say come, they just turn their head the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
not mine.
Everybody was shaking their head with that one. But I'm
really good at making them believe that it is their idea.
And that's the thing. You make them want to do something, and then if you make them think it was their idea, holy crap, they'll do backflips.
Yeah, you can't get them away from you once you do that.
That's right. It has to be their idea. And we already know how the moon craters got there, because the Artemis 2 mission showed us all that. So they discovered on the dark side of the moon, there's Great Pyrenees up there digging.
Would not doubt it one bit.
That's right. Molly, I got a question.
Yeah.
Molly had a couple years ago, he's passed away now, a dog named Julio. And just so everybody knows, she made him look like that. All right. Anyway, Julio was not an easy dog, was he, Molly?
No, he was not. Not at
And
first.
how do you think he would have done in one of those boarding trains?
Awful.
And he would have got blamed for everything, just like Phoenix did, huh?
Yeah. He was very scared at first. He looked like he wanted to bite you, but I don't think he ever did.
Well, actually, he thought that's how you initiated play, was showing his teeth and everything.
He eventually did that, but yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, I think a big take-home message from all of this is trust. Like, you really need to develop trust with the dog and let the dog trust you in order to get good results and positive behaviors.
And always remember, the dog's not going to trust you if he doesn't feel safe with you.
Right, exactly. So
that goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
And
get a long way with trust.
This dog is almost living proof right there. He's just, holy crap, is he alive? Nope.
Peanut.
Hey, he moved. Boy,
He
he is so abused in that home, isn't he?
Yep, terrible.
Yeah, it's just like any dog in Sydney's home is so abused. We get to see him often.
You missed it because while we were small, Angel Marie turned on her back. It was like wiggling like this because that's.
I saw it. I couldn't get it up in time.
Yeah, she really loves to do that when she's feeling fine, and she'll do it after she eats too. It's really funny. She'll come in, like, rub her chin all over the bed and then flip over and like wiggle around.
Now, Angel Marie is your foster, right?
Yes.
And she's available for adoption through GPRS, correct?
Yep, she is. And she's a little gal. She's a pocket peer. She's about 63, 64 pounds.
Okay.
And she's she's such a nice little dog. I call her little one or sweet little thing because she just is.
Well, everybody, especially Molly. Molly's the queen of the nicknames, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
It's surprising not to see a dog next to you.
I know. Tommy just came home, so they're giving her some love.
Okay. So how long did it take you to get Julio to where he had a big problem with men, right?
Yeah.
And didn't you guys use Tommy's dad as a guinea pig?
We did, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Dad, can you come over and see if Julio will still bite you?
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that conversation.
Yeah. Barked at him the first time for the first 3 hours that he was there the entire time. So, but yeah, we got to a point where Julio was seeking affection from him. It took probably a good 6 to 9 months. It took a while, but we just kind of let him take the lead on that. And whenever he felt comfortable being around him in the same room, it happened on
right. You know what that tells me? It tells me that no force, no fear, no pain does work.
Yeah. Slow as fast.
There's Phoenix right there. We've got Julio. We've got Hop. We've got Merlin. And what was that female dog that you had that was so hard? What was her name?
Pickles or Bailey.
Bailey. Miss Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's thriving now, isn't she?
Yeah. She found the perfect home.
Yeah. Didn't you and I have a couple of sessions with her too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the biggest key to this is don't be afraid to reach out for help. We don't expect you to know everything. Okay. Right. We don't expect that.
Yep.
And, but we've got situation right here with Mr. Phoenix. He's living, walking proof that he's not a dangerous dog.
Yeah.
But he was labeled a dangerous dog. Fortunately, they didn't put it on his microchip.
I've been training 30 animals for over 30 years as an adult. And I learn from every single one that comes into my life.
That's right.
And I learn
That's
from
right.
every single person that comes into my life. I am never done learning how to do this. I mean, there's always something insightful, whether it's something that I need to do differently or something that I shouldn't do again. We are always learning. And it is
Look at
always
that.
great to be able to have discussions with other people that do this. Because
So
more knowledge.
and to adopt Phoenix, you go out to the Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources Utah, Montana's website, and you're going to find him up there. Let me see. There we are, right there. There it is. We're scrolling across the bottom. That tells you that's your adoption form, and it's just that wow. Phoenix, what a boy. I don't know how else to put that. And that's their main website. So go out there, and they got more than just Phoenix available for adoption. Phoenix is public and ready to go, looking for his forever home. Okay, and he's going to be one heck of a dog for whoever adopts Phoenix, isn't he?
Believe it.
But always remember, you can't
great.
adopt unless you apply. You got to apply. Okay, whether it be with GPRRUM or GPRS or anybody, you got to apply. All right. So, because they got to get to know who you are, they're not going to send their dog to somebody they don't know. Okay. That's why you apply. And just like Phoenix, they want to make sure that whoever adopts him doesn't send him back to a boarding train. So, if you plan on doing that, don't waste your time applying. All right. But if you really, really want one heck of a dog. Look at him. Look at the cat.
Yes. Yeah. Well, here comes Mikey, and Mikey's weaving in between his legs and rubbing all over him. And right now.
Mikey's the cat, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that give their firstborn for a dog like Phoenix. So let's get your applications in. And
and he was good with teenagers at the fair. We haven't tried him with kids under 12 yet.
Okay.
And that was one of the behavior issues that he was having in the other home before he came here.
Yeah.
But I think
he's not a real big boy, is he? You just make him look big, right?
He's really, well, to a small child he will be. But
yeah, absolutely. And there's the cat right there.
Did Mikey steal your seat, Phoenix? What are you going to do about it? Can you sit for me?
He's inquisitive. That expression on his face was inquisitive. Why are you in my chair? That's what he wants to know. You're in my chair. Okay, here comes Kitty. Just so you know, everybody, that me and that cat,
Mikey,
we were the ones that did the sound check before the show. Me and the cat.
Yeah, well, he was just trying to help again with that.
Yeah, I see that. All right. Wow, everybody. What a show. Katie, thank you so much. And you're getting another dog in out of that same board and train here in about a week or so, aren't you? We look forward to featuring that dog on the show, too, when it's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay, too.
I think he's going to be, too. He's he looks like Phoenix, only fluffier, huh? He was a fluffy boy.
He looks like he's a bigger dog.
But Phoenix is still young. Yeah, Phoenix is still young. So we believe he's only 18 months old.
The other dog is younger than Phoenix.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Now he's going to get a new name too, also, right?
Yeah, I think that's necessary.
Yeah, and here's why we do that. And I'm going to get us all the same size again so we can close out after this. Anytime we're suspicious that saying the dog's name triggers a bad memory in his life, we want to change that dog's name. Okay. And we clearly had that with Phoenix's old name. And I think Katie will discover that the new dog coming in, we don't want to say his name right now because we don't want to jinx anything about him getting there. Okay. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, and the boarding train, we're not going to tell you who the boarding train is. Period. I mean, that's it. I mean, the guy's in business for profit, and we're not here to run him out of business. We're hoping he watches this and has questions. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I don't know what I'm doing. No, we don't. We're not saying you don't know what you're doing. We're saying there's another way. We have a different approach of doing this. And Katie's been doing it for over 30 years. I've been doing it for over 40 years the same way. It's worked for me, worked for Katie. It can work for just about anybody. All right. So, and, but anyway, what do you think, Levi? Are we okay?
Oh yeah, we're all good, I think.
All right. Look at Peanut there. Those two dogs, Peanut and Callie, those two are probably the most abused dogs we've ever had on the show, don't you think? Amber, thank you and Tony so much for realizing that Peanut was already home.
He's a great boy.
Hey, I just got a quick question. I remember there was a section of your yard that the fencing was questionable. Is it still like that, or you trust Peanut to be out alone in the yard now?
Still like that. He doesn't care anymore.
Oh, okay. So you're confident he doesn't want to go anywhere by himself, right?
Keep an eye on him still. I mean, he prefers to be inside with his people. But yes, when we first got him, one of the reasons he ended up at the shelter at this previous home was he took himself for a walk. He jumped their fence. We came here, quickly realized he can jump his fence. He puts his feet on there and greets people that walk by, but he's never tried to jump again after that first time.
Awesome. 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 All right. So Peanut's not available for adoption, but he came from the Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana also. And we've got, we'll put a link well, we got a link to Phoenix in there, and they've got other adoptable dogs too. And if you want to help the Norris Ark Training and Recovery Center, we've got a link to Norris Ark in there where you can donate, maybe volunteer if you're in the area, and help Katie out. Katie can't do this all by herself. Not a single rescue can do this all by themselves. Okay, it takes other support. So, and on that, I think we're going to bid a. Let me look at this last comment here. Let me see if it's. Oh, you already brought it up, Sydney. So, anyway, that's it. Next week, what do we got going on next week, Sydney? I don't even know.
Well, Angel Marie is going to come on, and I get to talk about her again. And we're trying to do like a special senior episode where we have 3 seniors. And Levi, if you have a few minutes, we would love to have you talk about like nutrition for seniors. Mm-hmm. And I know that you've talked about it before, but I think there's so much that we can do with nutrition and supplements, and like know a little bit better what kind of exercise to give our senior dogs to help extend their life and keep them mobile as long as possible.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, cool. So we're going to see Levi again next week too. Awesome. Great. It's about time you come out of your little corner in Alaska.
Well,
right,
and Levi, I love it when you share because you're so calm and thoughtful and non-judgmental. You're just sharing information to help people be better dog parents. And so I always appreciate the manner in which you deliver information.
That's right.
Always.
And he does much better than I do, because if you're an idiot, I'm going to call you an idiot. Levi has a nice way of saying it, okay? So, all right, everybody. That's it. Till next week. I can't wait to see the senior show. I don't have any seniors anymore. So, but the senior show is exciting. Always remember, seniors are the best. They've been there, done it, don't care about anything usually.
And I will always sing their praises. It is always worth it to adopt a senior.
That's right. Katie, thank you so much for bringing Phoenix on and sharing his journey with us. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having us.
And we look forward to seeing you again. I got thunder on top of me, so I may lose my internet pretty soon. Bye, everybody. See you next week.